Yes, pistol round underway. It's Vitality with a CT side start, as you probably come to expect. What with this being NaVi's map pick, and look at this. Oh, fast into the A-bomb site. Nobody's home. It's just Kyojin in main. This is free as hell for NaVi. Even they're shocked at how much real estate they've been given here. A heavy ramp setup, retaking A. The thing that is a little bit weird, oftentimes, is if it's a retake A setup, you have a player with flashbangs. That would normally be Apex, right? To flash these players through heaven. Without them, they've got to go in dry. They've not checked for simple. How hasn't this been commed across? Finally, they've dealt with him. It's a 2-on-2. Vitality could still win this pistol round somehow. They're both low, but Apex has a kit, and that might prove to matter a hell of a lot on the bomb. He turns back round, and oh, double up from shoxy. Not enough time left to win the round. Cracking shots, though.
Yeah. No, you're right, Harry. Those flashes feel like the make or break there for Vitality, right? They're heavy on ramp. I think Apex probably bought a smoke or something for ramp. He had a kit. He'd spent his money.
Yeah, I saw one bit of utility in play, which I assumed was going to be the flashbang for a retake.
No, I guess he just smoked on native ramp, and yeah, no flashes for Heaven. That's what you want. But you're also hoping NaVi aren't rushing A. You're hoping they're going into your stack. And when they don't, well, that's a very difficult retake. Nice try, honestly, considering they, didn't check for simple for that long. And they also were a man down from the get-go. So, NaVi on the board. That's more what we want to see, these dirty, deadly T-sides. For the boys in blue, it's going to be outside. 3 players fighting with the force pistols. Pushed up close. Electronic getting caught by Mizuta. That's a freebie. Get the gun and get out alive. It's going to force NaVi's hand into the ramp.
Yeah, shox trying to hold on, but doesn't want to give this kill away. Just has to drop into the B site. He does have an early rotation here, and a third man's even moving in to join now as well. Apex is 5-7, can't find a thing. Mizuta will reclaim one, but it is immediately responded to by NaVi. A bomb plant now coming in, a 2v2 retake. Kyojin and Mizuta. By all accounts, it's the 2 younger guns left in this one. Mizuta gonna try and lead the charge. Deeg simple out and leaves it on Perfecto. Mizuta's impact in this round has been unreal. Can he get it over the line? Can he complete it? No, taken off that defuse. And no time for Kyojin. He's not being given the fight. He's not being given the peak. Perfecto has just saved NaVi's bacon, mate, and got them a second by playing this 1v2 to perfection.
Yeah, it's a fry-up. Oh, no! He's out of ammo. It's down to the pistol, chasing down Kyojin. He can't get the kill, but Perfecto did play that, as his name would suggest, perfectly. Never giving up the kill in the 1v1, never giving Kyojin the chance, playing with the door, playing with the window, and denying the defuse. NaVi find a 2-0 lead. Very, very close, though, considering that force buy for Team Vitality. And it was temptation enough, Harry, right? Mizuta getting the D, doing a lot of damage with that Galil. Vitality going to rebuy. They may find 4 or all 5 kills, but no round. However, that's more than enough reason to reinvest. Their buy is almost, if not better, than NaVi's. AKs are out. ZywOo's been given his. And Electronic is crossing outside very quick. The smokes are down. There's no info here for Vitality, but they do have Apex and lower. How ready is he for contact? Jumping back in the vent, the call has been made that, hey, they could slip down through this smoke. And so Apex has a lot to watch, and he doesn't know which one's coming first.
I'm so on the fence about this call to force. Like, a big part of me loves it. I love the confidence of trying to disrupt the early NaVi game plan, try to take advantage of all the damage you did in that second round. But the flip side is, right, if NaVi do manage to pick this up, it's going to dig you quite the hole.
Yeah, I think it's so worth it, right? Like, there's almost no reason to not do it, just because of how effective these low, priced weapons are, and the fact that you have the AK as well kept on. Oh dear, Apex needs to watch out. They're hunting him down. He gets more than he bargained for. Mizuta dropping B with 1, and he's looking to follow up. Maybe up the vent is where NaVi will have to escape, but they're getting met in the middle. ZywOo's dropped down to his death, and this is all up in the air right now. NaVi own ramp. They will be committing to B after all. That vent player is going to have to double back.
Do they know about
They have no idea he got out the door. He's dropped the bomb.
There's a low HP player in double as well, so this fight is left on to bit. Dinged on the swing. shox, he's only got tiny little margins. He's trapped in a cage, and yet he's still fighting backed into a corner. The claws are out. shoxy with the clutch, and it's all four, baby. Vitality. They win that round, the 4-spy. It's all shox.
Unreal, man. Well, that's why we see these reinvestments, Harry. That's why we see Vitality putting the money in. Little MP9 that does it all. My, oh my, these close couple of rounds. And finally, Vitality break through. Took back-to-back buys, but shox gets it done. And now the AK is kept by shox this time around. That's what you like to see. ZywOo's even got an AWP, and that's NaVi's money busted before it even began. They never had 5 AKs. That was Mac 10's Galils and a couple of guns. So already thrown up into the air and crashing down to the ground with only Tech 9s and Deagles. Not fun for NaVi. Is this an A split? Got Boomich above main. He's just hiding. He doesn't want to show a face yet. Smoke actually landing for main. So Boomich is going to try and flash himself to CT, going round the world, attempting this hell wrap. Now, it's not going to be easy with CTs here. No, he drops into his own smoke. Even Vitality were trying to cover the hell wrap. And now the A site belongs to NaVi. ZywOo's firing in pot shots to stop the vent drop, but he can't hit more than one shot. Bit's dead. Kyojin swings out with his teammate through the main smoke, but it's all running out of ammo. And NaVi are winning the fight. This force for Boomich is a 3K off the Tech 9, and that's all NaVi needed. It might force the save.
Yeah, ZywOo, man, he's you know, as good as he is, even he's writing this one off. He doesn't want to put the AWP in the hands of NaVi, and you don't want to go running into Boomich after he's had a round like that. Where does this come from, Boomich?
Unreal, man. Yeah, that main drop was perfect, because when he throws the main smoke and starts like flashing hell and making it look like he's dropping CT, that garage player, instead of trying to cover a main play, goes all the way back and watches hell and watches CT from garage. So yeah, Boomich completely duped him. He duped me, and then he just drops into that main smoke on an A hit. Great shots with the Tech 9 as well. And so the 4-spies, Harry, well, they are very much on our plate. Back and forth. Double buy for Vitality, and NaVi do more with less.
And talk about a different look when compared to Overpass, right? Like, this is from the get-go, right? You had a 4-spy in the second round, finding all 5 kills for Vitality. Then another force in round number 3, where shox wins a 1v4 clutch. Now we have a 4-spy back from NaVi with Boomich on the entry, main dropping in and stealing a round back. It is competitive from the word go here on Nuke. However, as we look at this, right, if you think about the longevity of these 4-spy wars and the fashion in which they've gone down in, NaVi are massively favored now.
Oh dear, it's fast out the hut and out the door. Boomich is so blinded. Deagle finally gets a kill, but shox is left with 1 shot to make it count, and he cannot. Bit tag, finished off by Apex, who's again swinging through this main smoke and finds a lot of damage in doing so. ZywOo all that stands suddenly, and this is a bit of a weird one. They don't know he's here.
He just took CT vent. Apex was in this position, but now they get the info. ZywOo's gonna win that 1v1 to Perfecto, and Simple's back in main temporarily. ZywOo's got a 1v1. Simple lurking in late through the vents might surprise ZywOo.
Yeah, ZywOo knows Simple was outside. He's trying to read him. He's trying to read the rotate. He doesn't know that Simple's actually flanked him instead of coming down secret. And this is going to leave ZywOo forced to save. He's wasted so much time waiting in the wrong position for a lurker. He can't go for it. But that's really not a huge problem. Like, at the end of the day, it's not an easy clutch. You'd be giving Simple an AWP. You'd much rather keep it for your next 4-spy if you go back in. Really, at this point, maybe it's time for Vitality to call it and let that loss bonus begin to build. Because your first gun round, your first proper buy, is going to be severely delayed. We're 4-1 in.
So now, right, you got like a hero AWP round out of ZywOo. That's essentially what Apex is going to have to say to the guy, right? Gonna have to look at him, look down the line and say, look, you are our hope in this round. If anything was ever going to happen, It's got to come off of ZywOo with the hero orb.
ZywOo, go kill.
And oftentimes he would look you dead in the eye back and he'd say yes. It is that going to happen versus NaVi. They're back to the fast A plays. These have been working brilliantly. I love the fact that they're just following through with what's working as well, right? Sometimes you see things maybe overcomplicate things. These A plays, you know you've been ahead in terms of the money. They just haven't had the utility to stop them. So they just keep repeating it, never getting deterred by the fact that they could get lobby crunched, right? Or they could get pushed. Full confidence, full steam ahead, and a 5-1 scoreline secured for NaVi.
Perfecto got that spot for Electronic onto Masuta as well from Roof. And Apex might find a gun. That's a kill to Boomich. Bye-bye. Gonna try and follow ZywOo, get this weapon out into the next round. He's getting hounded down. But even Electronic won't go through that smoke to certain death. Regardless, NaVi are more than happy with how this game's going. 5-1 on the T side right now. It was more of a comeback story right in the first map. They got a 5-round CT half. It was them trying to keep the game going in their T side. Well, now it feels even better. Just coming out of the gate, storming, and not giving Vitality any room to breathe.
Yeah, it does come with like a bit of a caveat in that, this is like the first rifle v rifle round that we're gonna get, right? We've had like 4 spies mainly up until now, and so even when you've had rifles on both teams, there's always been limitations. It's always been just a couple, or Galils in play, or SMGs complementing it all. Now we get the proper head-to-head, and anything we're lacking is an AWP in Simple's hands to really get the creme de la creme. We might not even really see him lean into it too much till later on in this game. Right now, just a bonus round out of NaVi. I say bonus, right? Because of how the nature of this game started, it's a very well-endowed bonus round.
Yeah, they want another A hit as well. Look at this util coming in. Again, the hut roof molly, everything landing, and it's full blanket fire in every corner, every position. Kyojin fully chunked by the molly. He was blind from the get-go, and he sits from 100 to 0 in the flames. Even ZywOo back at the site was getting burnt out of position. That's a triple molly A take.
Yeah, no, that's a thing of beauty. They won the round on the utility alone, right?
Yeah.
Like, Kyojin was blind to the point where he burns from 100 to 0, as you say. If you're able to fully cancel out a player on the back of chaining together a Molotov and a flash, that is already an insane start to a round. To top that off, the other mollies force the players out of their positions that they were trying to hold. You deny hut, you deny, backer sight. You're rushing them down as you push on out, and it's just utter chaos. These A takes from NaVi are just so nice, and it's going to take Vitality finally putting a stop to one before I think we even see them change game plan.
Yeah, why stop it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they say. And what the gun will be saved, well, not the round for Vitality.
I like it. Boomich is probably having a very easy time right now. He's saying, right, boys, same again.
Yeah. Run it back. Run it right back.
As long as everyone has that exact set of util, man, we're golden.
Yeah, we got enough money spread thinly for a buy here. Look at that scoreboard on the right side, guys, because you've got only bomb explosions here for NaVi in terms of winning rounds. That not only shows, how clean these rounds have been, but also the fact that Vitality is just saving, right? Like, yeah, okay, it keeps their money alive, but there's so many rounds that are unretakeable, unrecoverable, and that's because of these top hits from NaVi.
There's no like mid-rounding right now. No. You get the start of the round, and then you're saving, like that's essentially how these have played out for NaVi. Outside of the, for Vitality, that's really outside of those first few 4 spies where they were able to make it a bit more competitive. Since the guns have come out, you've had to lean into saves, so now we're looking for someone to step up, and ZywOo is hoping to be that man. He tags a player in back lobby. Neither one falls just yet.
Smokes are out, but the flash comes through and Electronic is blinded. Doesn't matter. So is Apex. Everyone's lost in that round, right? 5-on-4. NaVi take it, and they get control down towards Secret as well. They can drop B or at least feign that. Vitality will hear footsteps down lower. shox is still out of blue. Lots of pressure being put on outside by Vitality. Eventually, Masuta will have to go back to the ramp room, and especially as Na'Vi start to make contact. That's the first guy dead. Masuta spraying, and he's good for a couple. ZywOo already a lower, and he scoped up with the AWP for a couple of kills of his own. Suddenly, this round doesn't look so dark for Vitality. It's just, where is Simple? Where has he ended up in this 1-on-3?
Yeah, it might have been quite on overpass regardless. When you look at the leaderboard and you see it's this guy still alive, oh, you'd like to think they're worried, but shox ain't. Just runs him down. Goes looking for Simple. Very few players want to find that guy in those 3v1s. shox is apparently feeling up to the job. So there's Vitality in with a second. I like there for Na'Vi. You know, we made the comment of it wouldn't surprise me if they go back to the A play. I like that heading into that rifle round, they actually didn't. They know that there was going to be utility for Vitality. They know that Vitality are going to be worried about A. And so you show them, like, yeah, you know, we do have other ideas. You've got to watch out for other things. It's going to make the A take, hopefully, that much more surprising when they throw it back in. Right? It's all about reminding Vitality that this is something you're capable of doing and repeating the results of.
Boomich is behind the vent now. He would love a teammate there to boost up above the hot roof and get a kill, but hell, why not just run into main? The flash is through. Boomich runs into the smoke, and he suddenly disappeared. He spots ZywOo, but ZywOo a quick shot up close, and this is still a top hit for Na'Vi. It's still up in the air. Smoke spam gives ZywOo's position away. Bit will take him out, and the bomb has been planted for Na'Vi.
Oh, Masuta makes a mad dash through the vent. Oh, but isn't able to follow up with anything else. Perfecto there to see it through to the end. And I could feel that A take coming, right? I could feel that getting locked in. They try to switch it up. They say, all right, boys, look, we tried the outside play. We've got them worried about other areas of the map. Let's just go back to those fast A commitments that are working. When Boomich gets all that space, that is really when they decide, like, yeah, this was destined to happen. They've once again gone back to what we expected on A. And so they exploit the hell out of it.
No, I love how Boomich is incorporating himself in these rounds, right? Think about that Tech-9 round where he gets 3 kills, in which he drops off of main roof into that A split and just causes so much commotion. Even there, like, he doesn't kill ZywOo, but as you said, space is taken. He is somehow flashed from behind vent into main, and not a single A player sees him. They're all blind. These A flashes for Na'Vi are immense.
I can't stress this enough, right? Like the kind of generally accepted rule for a lot of IGLs in 2021, as has become fairly standard with the meta, is a lot of these guys now are space takers, right? You look at these guys to lead from the front lines. It's no longer your happy lurk, you know, staying right at the back kind of style. It's fallen out of popularity a lot. And we have these leaders, you know, like your Carragans, your Boomiches in this case, your Stewie 2Ks, guys who are good at creating you room. And this round is another crazy dominant one out of Na'Vi. Vitality didn't even feel like they had a chance.
That was literally less
over in seconds. Yeah.
That was a 20-second round there for Na'Vi, and they killed 5 people with no deaths, all in different positions. That wasn't a rush. That was, you know, Boomich going above Silo, ZywOo getting spammed. He dies in the molly because he gets shot through the vent, so it slows him down, sticks him in the molly, and he burns to a crisp. And that was a huge buy run for Vitality, although you wouldn't know it. Look at the result. They're back to Deagles. That is not how they wanted their gun round to go. They barely got a time to play it. So here we go. Na'Vi, it's only going to get easier from here on out. 8-2, and they're starting to flex their muscles, shoot their shots, and remove these pistols. Electronic overwhelmed, but Apex is locked in behind the box. And Simple's got more than enough support. He is flashed off, though. Meanwhile, Na'Vi have seen 2 outside. They can just pop out A, and in fact, they certainly look interested in doing so. Only 1 man left up that they don't know his position, and Kyojin had a backstab, but had no chance to get away with it. Perfecto swivels, Simple's ready outside, and Na'Vi keep them clean as they have always been in this half.
Yeah, crazy dominant, man. Crazy dominant. You know, we know that Na'Vi have been looking good on Nuke, and it was a very, very comfortable map for them. I still did not expect this kind of debut out of this team to open the map, right? Especially not after the struggles in the beginning of Overpass. It just further seemed to reinforce the idea that maybe it was slow starts today. Not the case come Nuke, not the case come this second map. Once again, another opener taken for Na'Vi. And it's even kept in their favor here outside, dealing with that AWP up close.
Yeah, Bit does die in the door in the meantime, but Electronic has put so much pressure, made so much space in the yard. shox is desperately trying to patch the wound here. Hiding behind the smoke, he's got the secret cross. He can tell his team that they can't be B right now. They can wrap main. They can execute A. In fact, it's all NaVi have really wanted to do in this game. Couple of players back on the roof. Do we have more mollies to follow? It's about to get hot in the top site. There's the backside molly. We've got everything landing here now for NaVi. Kyojin getting burnt out as well above the hut. And Perfecto, he's on ramp, but he can just go back and hit this A site. We've still got this lurker outside in Boomage. But NaVi actually aren't committing off of the double molly exec. They're waiting for their leader to come back, and they're going to group as 4.
Yeah, they've got everyone in the right place, but is that going to be enough? You know, you've struggled with A. God only knows you've struggled at holding this site, and oh, it's going to continue. Oh, NaVi run in, they only lose 1 player, and it's just over in seconds.
Yeah.
It's how decisive the rounds are. NaVi push in, and the round just ends. Like, that's it. The round begins and ends with the NaVi push. They get all the kills, they reap the reward at the A bomb site once more. Vitality, I do not know how they can save this game. I don't know what it's going to take. You cannot stop the A rushes. And I've not seen a team as big, as prominent, as big a name as Vitality just be dealt A rush after A rush in a fashion like this.
Yeah.
In a top tier game on LAN, no less.
Yeah, these are stacks. Like most of these rounds, not this one, but most of these rounds are heavy numbers. 3+ players on this top site. They know what NaVi are doing. There's no question about it. This is such a statement. Very different map, but where was this NaVi on overpass? The bomb, by the way, dropped down the vent, mate. It's a B play. Vitality is set up in heaven for the retake. They might not even realize. Yes, shox does. He makes the call. He doubles back towards the secret, but wait, no, do they not realize they're doing the one-way smoke on heaven? They still think it's A, Harry. They have no idea. Vitality are just looking to kill Bit at this point. They drop on in, and now the pennies dropping, as will the bodies, most of which in the wrong site. NaVi are just laughing all the way to the bank.
Oh, you're not even getting away with the saves. It's so relentless. You're just trying to run. You're playing hide and seek. It's like prop hunt, for crying out loud. Oh. And NaVi is still hunting them down. They will not let up. It's so unforgiving. This T-side, one of the most punishing T-sides I've seen on Nuke in quite some time. It is one hell of a display out of NaVi. Talk about a return to form.
Like, they've not done anything. We haven't seen NaVi run out ramp other than 1 round, and we haven't even seen cross smokes outside. I think they did them once, but no one, you know, went down secret. They just took the stairs and then went back. Boomage quick trades. Oh my goodness, these fights are fast, and Bit's going to get another one in the door, keeping NaVi up a man. Talk of those smokes, Electronic will, but Zywoo finally in the garage for a second, and only a second. Simple snipes him on the escape or attempt at it. And now it's a 2v3.
And like, just look at this. There's a minute, minute 20 left on the clock as of right now. And I mean, already all these fights have come in. Already it's just a bloodbath across the map. When was the last time you had to be worried about NaVi being this in your face, this aggressive, this relentless? They're leaving it all on Masuta now in this 1-on-3, and they're letting him stew in how unlikely this round is. He's really having to come to terms with his limitations here.
And Bit's the info man. He's cleared out the A site. He's told his team to bring the bomb, bring the beers, because there's no one here. Masuta on the big flank. But look who's holding. Perfecto ready in the lobby, and there it is. NaVi, 12-2. Absolutely no survivors, absolutely no care in the world. This was competitive in the first couple of rounds. Remember shox's 1v4 on the B bomb site? Ha! NaVi don't. 1 round left of the half. Vitality just looking for scraps.
Yeah, and I mean, they came into this, you know, like willing to force, willing to take fights, feeling confident. Yeah. Whatever confidence you had from Overpass has been destroyed on the back of how this first half has gone. As mentioned, it is unprecedented to have seen a game go on and just have relentless A plays constantly, man. It feels like we're watching Vertigo, for crying out loud.
It's just faster for NaVi, right? It's like more fluid. Everyone's together, everyone's making quick moves, and every fight is being won. That certainly helps. Flash is outside here for Vitality, trying to challenge NaVi in the yard. They do actually get the better of them for now. 3 on 4 in the favor of the French. Electronic is down vents, and the bomb also in secret, leaving Bit alone in lobby. And in fact, Vitality, they've seen numbers outside. They want to get some more info. So lobby getting pushed up. Bit needs to watch his back or move into the front, because right now he's sandwiched between 2 CTs, and the Zuta gets the better of him, leaving only NaVi on that lower bomb site. Now, this isn't a position that Vitality have any stake in. Not that NaVi know that. And because of NaVi's lack of info, finally the rotates are coming through. Down on the ramp, the Zuta is dead to Perfecto, and now we have the bomb planted.
Yeah, a 2-on-3. That was a 2-on-4. Vitality need this round if they want to save even a little face. And oh no, a 1v1 Electronic versus Kyojin. Talk about a trial by fire, and he gets burned. It's Electronic closing it out. A 2v4 for a 13-2 half out of NaVi. They obliterate Vitality on Nuke.
Hey Future Pros, back on track and back to Nuke. Today I wanted to show you a molly you can throw that will land on hut at the A site. To throw this molly, you first need to shoot out the windows on the right skylight. Then hop up onto this vent, realize you're on the wrong side, and then hop onto the left one. Position yourself so you're over the center of the vent. Aim along the bottom line of the coping, then run forward and throw the molly immediately. This molly will blanket the top of hut in flames and force a CT player out of position. That's it, and good luck because on T-side Nuke you are gonna need it.
All the frags go to Simple, but the round goes to Vitality.
Color me silly if I'm forgetting this, but isn't that the identical pistol to the first half where shox does the same thing on the A side? And he kills like 3 dudes with no time. Really nice try from Simple, but it's Vitality on the board. Okay, I'm not talking about a comeback at 13-3. We'll give it a few here, especially with the likely 4 spies we're going to see at the start of this half. But yeah, that's something. It's what you needed. It's the building block. And here comes the buy for NaVi. They don't want to let it go down without a fight. They want to keep Vitality on their toes every single round. And I mean, how can you blame them with buys like this for Vitality in the second round? It's so weak. What an opportunity for NaVi to steal a force. Looking for A, Perfecto spots the fast hut, and he's got the Deagle up close, but jumping his Apex to find that opening killer. NaVi are trapped outside of this bomb site. The suit is very low, but the molly will keep the scout out of heaven. At this point in the round, NaVi know it's a lost one. They might even be thinking about saving and trying this again in the next.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no shame in that, right? You're bringing a lot with you if you keep all 4 players alive. And it leaves you with a good chance to find something in the follow-up round. So I do like the decision just to save here and cut your losses. You've still got a huge buffer. You're not really worried at all yet about Vitality finding these conversions. You would, however, like to save, because this was a round you never even gave a chance. And so losing that FAMAS there, never actually getting to play into the round and won't be accompanying you into the next either.
Yeah, NaVi just cowering right now. Leave me alone. Oh, if only Boomich shot the first player. Oh, he still kills the guy with health. So that's something. An exit at the end, at least for NaVi, but by and large, Vitality take the round, and they're more than happy with that as well. Every comeback has to start somewhere, but I don't think I'm considering much until we see Navi's gun round, right? They're just so close to closing this map and taking us to Mirage, which, by the way, will be a banger if we get ourselves there. Fast on the ramp for Vitality. They try and set up the boost, but they're not going to have any time to do so. It's just a double tower as the T's come flooding in. Lots of kills from the SMGs. A scout shot from Simple at least, but they lose control of the ramp. Vitality don't drop B, though. shox has gotten out A, and so they double back into lobby. Simple's here in time. He's read it well. Oh, the scout had to hit that shot, though. And now it's just Boomich out of position, coming up from B. Any kills he gets is going to be lovely, right? It's just taking a bit more money away from Vitality for the long haul. Not today. And we're up to 5.
Yeah, you're not looking at this, rubbing your hands just yet if you're Vitality, right? You still recognize that there is a long way to go, but you've taken some necessary baby steps towards the end goal of trying to make something of a T side. This is the real test, though, right? This is where you need to have done your revision, you need to have done your homework, because you'll be taking a big old failing grade if you show up to NaVi's test here. Now the proper preparation, Simple, donning this AWP outside. This outside duo of him and Electronic is one of the scariest that CS has to offer, and Simple has opened up already.
That's the bomb.
Through the smoke, yeah, that is the bomb, and it's dropped out in his line of sight. So, luckily enough, Simple gonna have this angle to keep bearing down upon Team Vitality. They need this bomb back, and they've only got a smoke on Masuta. He's gonna have to make the journey, surely, to come smoke off Simple.
Oh, it's not gone very well, though. He could be ahead of it. So I was trying to fight back with an SMG, and he's gonna get dropped from a range. Quite the flick for Simple. The bomb was picked up in all of this madness, and so Masuta does have it back in the lobby. Notice, there's even a player down B as well, but that's not providing much help, much safety here for Vitality. NaVi are just a couple of kills away from closing, and if those kills come in on the top site, we're in trouble. Back to ramp. They're going to try and stall here a little bit, wait for this B player to come up from below. This is still winnable. There's a chance here. shox is going to get this guaranteed kill onto Bit, and then everyone else can flood down ramp. There's no hell rotation. There's no one here to stop Vitality. So once shox sees Bit, there it is, and once he's cleared hell, maybe he can even...
my word.
Yeah, he saw Simple.
He just saw Simple. Oh, he will get it. shox, all right, toe-to-toe with the behemoth that is Simple on the other side. And he has opened up this B site to Vitality. Oh, Kyojin comes in with one, but Electronic is waiting behind the double doors, bomb plant in, and no one's looking. How's Electronic gotten away with these kills? Wrapping out through Decon is Boomich. And he is there to deliver 14 to NaVi. First going to get this AWP from Simple's body, and then going to grab the defuse.
Oh my goodness, that was a very nice try from Vitality, right? That was what, 3 on 5 from the get-go with Simple getting the double kill outside. So really nice try. shox coming up from B, dropping Bit, and you believe for a second, but NaVi are very quick to react after that all goes on, right? It's so clear that it's ending up lower. Everyone dives down the vent from A. And they're able to trade themselves to a round. 2 left for NaVi, and then we go the distance in this best of 3. This was so unlucky, though, that, I mean, the first kill that comes is the bomb so wide behind the main position as well. And Vitality just did not have the util to, get rid of Simple, get him out of position, or get that bomb back without taking more casualties. They were doomed from the very beginning.
Yeah, interesting to note, right, is that Electronic is wrapping in through Secret, right? Boomich was supporting outside with a rifle to give Electronic this window. And yeah, he doesn't get a kill out of it, but it's information, and look at the damage. shox and Apex are effectively out of the round already. You know, they're still able to fight. They're still able to give it a go. But these two now are severely limited in terms of how much they can hope to create space and opportunities for their team.
This is the one time you actually want to run into Simple, because he's got the AWP. It's a one-hit regardless, right? And there's lots of targets for Simple to pick on up. ZywOo the first to fall, and now they start to flood in, dropping or not. They decide against it. They run towards Hell instead. 2 Ts chasing with a bomb here, trying to get this CT play. Bit does he know they're running his way. He doesn't seem aware, and it's going to be a free kill for Vitality to set them up into heaven. This A-split's coming in, whether NaVi like it or not, and they don't like it. Apex dropping Boomich out through the door, and Masuta has time to drop in and plant.
Yeah, it's very, very weird. What with Apex still so low on HP, and the other man having to be the one to get the bomb down. Apex can't afford to be the player left up alive, so he's taken a gamble. He's wrapped all the way through lobby and is now taking heaven, which is where the bomb is planted for. Yeah. This is a beautiful way to try and win this despite being low, right? You've taken a risk by planting for heaven and making the wrap come in. However, Electronic is just a little too fast. Flicks up, trades that out, grabs the defuse. NaVi are up onto 15 and are now just 5 kills away from taking us to the 3rd and final map of this series.
Yeah, it felt inevitable, right? And now I'm glad we just got the clarification. They never let Vitality back into this game. They never give them the room to breathe. And, if Vitality start to find a few consolation rounds and get up to double digits, and suddenly this game becomes close and NaVi still close it, Vitality is suddenly believing again. They've got, pep in their step going into Mirage. NaVi want to crush them. They want to destroy them on their map pick. All the more momentum to run into that 3rd map of the series. And so this is a very different NaVi to the team we saw on Overpass. Stuck behind the smoke, fire, spam, and even Boomich coming up from below. Bye-bye, shox. Happened last round as well. Didn't learn his lesson. Electronic trying to stop the main wrap. Apex low as he was, but now he's not going A. He's wrapping all the way towards Hell, setting Vitality up for another top site hit, but he's being loud about it, breaking windows. ZywOo had to get that entry. Now Vitality need to storm this A site, and it's not going well for them. Quite the hold for NaVi, and quite the map as well. 16-5. They shut down Vitality. They never let them in. Vitality never get comfortable, and now we have to see how they fare in the full distance, the full 3 mapper. Mirage is just up next.